Tonight on UCentral News. New today, President Biden has released a new student loan forgiveness plan. How to see if you or family members qualify. Happening on campus, organizations are here to help students manage their money during college. We have more information on how you can save. Over in social media, Queen Bee is making history once again. Lauren Jackson is standing by with more information. Finally in sports, the Thunder are in the home stretch of the season as they try and reach the first seed in the West. But should they really be trying to get the first seed? Ian Nickel has a breakdown of the potential playoff scenarios.
Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Good evening, I'm Mark Lowe.
And I'm Georgia Jones. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News.
If you or a family member has student loan debt, relief might be coming your way. The Biden administration is trying to erase some of what people owe.
The initiative only applies to certain borrowers, and it faces potential hurdles. Amy Kiley reports on what might qualify you for loan forgiveness.
Today, too many Americans, especially young people, are saddled with unsustainable debts in exchange for a college degree.
President Joe Biden has a new strategy to forgive some student loan debt. The White House says it would help more than 30 million borrowers if implemented and combined with plans the administration has enacted already.
Even if they get by, they still have this crushing debt.
The initiative targets federal borrowers who have unpaid interest beyond a certain threshold, 20 or more years in repayment, eligibility for loan programs in which they're not enrolled, education from a so-called low financial value program, and certain hardships like medical debt.
Most people should not have to carry this kind of worry.
The new plans are more selective than Biden's previous initiative, which was for most middle and low-income federal borrowers. The Supreme Court says action that broad needs to involve Congress, and many Republicans say taxpayers who didn't go to college shouldn't fund degrees for those who did.
Across the board, student loan forgiveness is regressive.
The new plans aren't ready for sign-ups yet. It could take months to finalize them, and they'll likely face legal challenges.
Democrats will continue exploring every option under the sun to lower costs and make college more affordable.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Speaking of finances, our very own Sam Kozlowski is in studio with information for students about their spending. Sam?
Thanks, Mark, and welcome back to Money Minute. I'm your host, Sam Kozlowski. Seniors, listen up. Many of you graduating in May will get jobs making significantly more than you do now. So this is the perfect time to start practicing good habits like building credit, getting those emergency savings accounts set up, and investing in your future. Some of you may have already thought about buying a house or becoming a homeowner in the future. I mean, doesn't owning land, not having a property manager, and having somewhere to grow old or make passive income sound great? Well, the demand for houses is much greater than the supply of them currently in the United States, which is why everything is so dang expensive. Millions of Americans are waiting for housing prices to go down. However, at this current rate of inflation that we have here, it is actually cheaper to buy now. Many people assume interest rates are too high, so they wait and rent, giving their money away to whoever owns the rent house. By the time they finally buy a house, after waiting for rates to drop, inflation would have already exceeded today's high interest. Almost everyone in college is an adult, and if you are getting an adult job, then you need to use your money like one. Inflation affects all facets of life, and Ubering, ride-sharing, prices have gone up over 83%, and now cocoa prices have more than doubled, so expect your chocolate to start being more expensive. Mark, Georgia, everything is just so dang expensive now. Is there anything else specifically affecting y'all?
My first thought is streaming subscriptions. They're just so, it's like every day I get an email that they're like $2 or $3 more.
Definitely for, streaming services. I've noticed gas has kind of been fluctuating a lot recently. It's down now, at least the last time I drove by my gas station that I usually fill up at. How about you, Sam? What do you use that is usually spiking up around this time right now?
Well, here's the thing about gas. I mean, it seems to go up about 10 times as fast as the gas prices go down. Here's another thing I noticed. McDonald's and just fast food as a whole, fast food isn't really affordable anymore. It seems like now you can get more food and better, healthier food at a normal restaurant as opposed to fast food. So everything is just all kind of skewed, kind of messed up nowadays, but that's all I got.
Yeah. The groceries prices are going up as well, I've noticed, and it's just, everything's going up.
And it's ridiculous out there. And again, thank you for that, Sam. But coming up, we have a little bit of some weather. It's been a little weird with the eclipse yesterday. Kind of cooled things down, and it's still a little bit cool today, but should probably be warming up. Let's go to Gwyneth Duncan for our first look at weather. Gwyneth?
Good afternoon, Broncos. Looking outside right now, it's feeling pretty cool. We're sitting at 64 degrees and mostly cloudy. We've had a chance of rain pretty much all day, but those storms have kind of been to the west of us all day. It's really not hit us today. We do have winds coming in at northeast 14 miles per hour, so it is decently windy out there, and you're going to want to expect those winds to rise as we go into tonight. Our current rain chances are at 40%. Like I said, we've just had scattered storms around our parts, but mainly the big storm system was to the west of us. Currently, our humidity is sitting at 63%. It's pretty humid out there. And as we look at our allergy report, our tree pollen is very high right now. You might be feeling it, especially across campus with all of those trees we have planted. It is a very high tree pollen. The rest of it, grass, weed, and mold, we're mainly sitting at moderate. Those still will affect you, though. As we go into our weather headlines, we do have thunderstorms tonight, really late tonight into tomorrow. We're going to have rain all day tomorrow, guys, so you're going to want to wear a coat. It's also going to be windy tonight and tomorrow following those storms. That's where the storms are going to really get their push from, is all those high winds that are coming in tonight into tomorrow. We also do have some temperatures rising by next weekend, so we're going to start to see 80-degree temperatures as high as 85 degrees. I'm really excited for this warm weather, and I'll tell you more about those thunderstorms coming up later in the show. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Gwyneth. The solar eclipse is over, and now millions of people have these eclipse glasses that are just not sure what to do with. A lot of people just throw them away or have them sitting around the house.
Yes, these modern eclipse glasses don't actually expire, so there's a couple ways you can donate them, and they can be sent to other countries. Eclipse Glasses USA is just one of those organizations. They take used but undamaged glasses and donate them to other countries that have upcoming eclipses. They can be shipped to the address on screen in an envelope. The glasses must be US made and have the ISO logo on them. Closer to home, the Science Museum of Oklahoma is also a place to donate your glasses. They will have a basket at the front where you can drop them off, and the museum will be accepting eclipse glasses for the next 2 weeks.
The parents of Michigan school shooter Ethan Crumbley have each been sentenced to 10 to 15 years in prison for manslaughter. Jennifer and James Crumbley were found guilty of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter in separate trials earlier this year. Today, a judge sentenced James Crumbley to 15 years behind bars. His wife, Jennifer, received a 10-year sentence. The judge also said today the Crumbleys may not have any contact with the families of the 4 victims killed in the 2021 shooting. James and Jennifer are also not allowed to be in contact with their son, Ethan. Attorneys for the couple have asked the judge to lift the no-contact provision, but the judges have not yet issued a ruling on the aspect of that case.
As college students, there's always questions about finances and money struggles. UCO has available resources and departments to help those students. UCO Student Support Services and MidFirst Bank Money Moments hosted Finance Central Money Secrets today in the Liberal Arts South Lecture Hall. The event was aimed to help students uncover the secrets to managing their money in college. Free t-shirts, snacks, and giveaways were available for participating students. MidFirst Representative Emily Swartz also spoke and interacted with students about how they manage their money on their own. Student Support Services Director Shez Redmond gave us a little more insight.
So if we put these practices in now as young people where we might not have as much, then those habits are what are necessary in a lifetime. So having these conversations now, using the strategies that we know now, when we become professionals and we make the big money, we'll be able to do that, and it's almost like a set it and forget it.
Campus, I would highly encourage you to go check out those resources because they're very helpful, especially for managing finances.
Absolutely. As Sam mentioned, money is definitely getting tighter and inflation is only going up. But if you do have any plans to go out, you might want to take a look outside. That weather is changing in springtime Oklahoma. Coming up after the break, Gwyneth Duncan will have our full look at weather. Stay with us.
Happy birthday! Make a wish.
Miss you guys.
Blue skies smiling at me. Talking about blue skies, do I see bluebirds singing a song, talking about blue skies from now on.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Are you really sure this is all going to fit?
Oh, it'll fit. I got that.
All right.
When hauling anything, ensure it's secure. Losing your load is dangerous for all drivers. We want everyone to make it home safe. Help make Oklahoma safe by securing your load.
Thank you and welcome back, Broncos. Like I mentioned earlier, it's pretty cool outside right now. Our winds are decently high. We're sitting at 14 miles per hour, and we do have occasional gusts coming in at 23 miles per hour. Currently, our humidity is sitting at 63%, and we do have a 40% chance of rain right now, but that chance will continue to rise as we go throughout tonight. As we look across the state, we're looking at high 50s into 60s. We're sitting at 62 degrees in OKC, so it's feeling, like I said, just like a cool day. Those winds are making it feel a little bit cooler as well. As we look at tonight, that's when our rain chances really go up. We're going to be sitting at 51 degrees. Like I said, it's going to be pretty cool, and those winds are going to rise quite a bit with that storm that's coming through. We're going to be sitting at northeast 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 23 miles per hour. So it's going to be pretty windy out there. And as those storms move in, it might get a little bit windier than that as well. Our humidity tonight's going to be 63%, but if those storms move in, it's going to go up. And we do have a 90% chance of rain tonight starting at 1 a.m. As we look at the different hours going throughout tonight, right now we really don't have anything. We're not going to see anything. If we do get anything, it's going to be light drizzle. It's going to be scattered storms, really nothing. But then we are going to get a massive storm system move in at 1 a.m. That is going to last until 1 p.m. tomorrow. So we're really going to see a lot of rain. It could be severe. We have a slight chance of severe weather. Really, we're not seeing anything on tornadoes. We really don't have a chance of tornadoes tonight. Our hail chances are low, but they still are there. And then our winds and flooding are going to be pretty high, especially since it's going to be raining for 12 hours consecutively. So you're going to want to be looking out for that. It is going to be raining all day tomorrow. You're going to want to prepare with like a raincoat, a jacket. You're going to want to wear stuff that you're okay with getting rained on. As we look tomorrow at tonight throughout the state, it's going to be pretty cold, 52 degrees in OKC. It's really not looking too bad out tonight, but it will still be cold, especially with those winds and that rain. As we look at our weather headlines, like I mentioned, we have thunderstorm chances today into tomorrow. We do have winds becoming high because of those storms these next couple of days, and we do have temperatures rising up to the 80-degree mark. So I'm really excited for that because I love the heat. And then as we look across the state, starting out tomorrow, we're looking at 60 degrees. It's going to be very similar to today. It's going to be raining all day tomorrow. We're looking at 61 degrees in OKC. It's going to be a cool day tomorrow. It's going to be yucky. It's not really going to be nice to be outside in. Starting off in Edmond, tomorrow at 7 a.m., it is going to be raining. It's going to be raining all day pretty much until we get past 1 p.m. is when it's going to start to die down. We're starting off at 53 degrees. At noon, we're going to go up to 55 degrees. Really not a big change in weather tomorrow. Just going to be the same as today, but rainy. As we go to 7 p.m., it's going to be 61 degrees, and that rain system is going to move out. We're really not going to see any more rain after that. As we look at our 7-day forecast, like I said, tomorrow we are going to have rain pretty much all day. And then as we go throughout the week, our temperatures start to rise. We're going to see 80-degree weather on the weekends, but we do have a chance of thunderstorms coming with that. Those could be severe. We're just going to have to play it out as we get closer to that time. And that's all I have for you guys right now, but what are you guys going to do tomorrow since it's just going to be so rainy? It's not going to be fun to be outside in.
Absolutely. I am probably going to go to class because that's what I really need to do as a senior about to graduate. I think going to class is kind of my top priority right now, but definitely need to be sure to take care whenever I'm traveling through the rain.
Yep, just being on campus and going to work, just all the necessities. How about you, Gwen? How are you going to prepare?
Honestly, I'm probably going to be in sweats and a hoodie tomorrow because really no chance in dressing up if I'm going to get rained on.
Yeah, don't want to be soaked for sure. Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gwyneth. Coming up, an update on the Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole beef.
And Swig has a special promotion for its birthday. Lauren Jackson has more after the break.
I was raised to believe in the power of possibility, to always move forward but never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
UCentral News as a whole, you got to be in those different areas, like being on camera, being off camera, being in the control room. And so I feel like that is what prepared me most about being in the workplace.
UCentral and the mass comm department has provided me all the tools and the fundamentals that are needed in order to thrive well and thrive fast at my job.
Maybe it's time to hit the road and visit a place where stories unfold. This is the land of the ultimate road trip, with sights old and new on Route 66. There's fun to be had, so much to do, and a few new surprises before you get through. Oklahoma has the most miles to share of Route 66. It's really quite rare. TravelOK.com will show you the way. Come see for yourself this iconic highway.
Broncos, my name is Lauren Jackson and I'm here bringing you your social media news. In country music news, Beyonce's album Cowboy Carter has debuted at #1 on Billboard 200, with making the biggest sales for any album in 2024. On March 29th, Beyonce released Cowboy, which got over 3 million official streams, this being her 8th #1 hit on Billboard 200. Beyonce now beats Janet Jackson for the tie of the top 4th charter. This also makes her the first Black woman to ever debut at top #1 on top country album charts. More in music news, J. Cole expresses regret over dissing Kendrick Lamar. J. Cole told Dream Live Fest crowd he felt pressured to diss Kendrick Lamar. The rapper dropped his new album called Might Delete Later on Friday. The song, called 7-Minute Drill, has verses where he disses his fellow rapper Lamar. He told the crowd on Sunday he felt conflicted and pressured because, quote, the world wanted to see blood. He expressed remorse for playing Lamar's credibility and apologized to the rapper. In some sweeter news, Swig Drinks is celebrating their 14th birthday today with $1 cookies at any of their locations. The deal will last all day with sugar cookies for just $1 and cups of minis for $2. The closest Swig to UCO is on South Bryant Avenue, only 6 minutes away. The deal is not available on DoorDash or Uber Eats, but you can order in person or on the Swig app. The Academy of Country Music released the nominations on Tuesday for their 59th ACM Awards. There were many first-time nominees, including Jelly Roll for 4 nominations and Tracy Chapman, who was nominated for writing Fast Car. The show will be led by Luke Combs, Megan Monroney, and Morgan Wallen. The awards will be live streamed on the official Academy of Country Red Music red carpet on Amazon Prime, Twitch, and on Amazon Live. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Lauren. Next in sports, we'll have an update on the Broncos baseball game already in progress.
And the Thunder are fighting for playoff position. Find out the details after the break.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
In the words of Michael Cole, the streak is over. Hello everyone, I'm Ian Nickel. Let's dive into your Tuesday sports update. UCO softball is red hot, having won 23 straight. However, all good things must come to an end. The Chos traveled to Warrensburg, Missouri on Friday to take on the Central Missouri Ginnies. The first game started out well, with the Broncos taking a 2-0 lead in the 6th. However, the Ginnies scored 4 with their backs against the wall and took the first game 4-2. The second game of the doubleheader was a pitcher's duel, as Jordan Pipkin had a perfect game going into the 7th inning. It ended her Friday pitching a 2-hitter with 11 strikeouts, pitching all 8 innings as the Broncos got revenge, winning 3-0 in extras. They took the short trip to Jefferson City for a Saturday doubleheader against the Lincoln Blue Tigers and snagged 2 victories to make their home fans as blue as their mascot. The Broncos made light work of the Blue Tigers, winning 8-0 in the first game and 6-1 in the second to make this Missouri road trip a successful one. We'll have more details on what the softball team is up to later in the week. UCO baseball is back at home looking for a season sweep against in-state rival Northeastern State. The Broncos have won the first 2 matchups against the Riverhawks, and the third and final game is currently in progress. It is still 2-1 UCO in the bottom of the 8th. To the hardwood, UConn and Purdue had a duel in the desert last night, and it was the Huskies that prevailed once again. Despite Zach Edey's 37 points and 10 rebounds, the Boilermakers were cold from the three-point line and were out-rebounded 35-28. Tristan Noon led the way for the Huskies, scoring 20, dishing out 7, and grabbing 5 rebounds, as the UConn Huskies won this contest 75-60 and won their 6th straight national title since 1999. On to other news in college basketball. Kentucky's head coach John Calipari is leaving his old Kentucky home to call the Hogs in Arkansas. Calipari spent 15 seasons as the University of Kentucky head coach, where he had a record of 410 wins and 123 losses, winning the 2012 national title game, going to 2 Final Fours, and winning SEC Coach of the Year 4 times. The 65-year-old Calipari is expected to sign a 5-year deal with the University of Arkansas. They'll be made official later this week. To the professional ranks now, the NBA season is winding down and we have a clear look at the playoff picture. We know what teams will be in the playoffs, but there's still dust to be settled. Celtics clinched home court for the entirety of the playoffs, but the rest of the East is still unsettled. In the West, the Thunder are a game back of the Timberwolves and the defending champion Nuggets, but with 4 games remaining, OKC could finish anywhere from 1st to 4th in the Western Conference standings. If the season were to end the day, it would be the Thunder against the Suns in the 3-6 matchup. One of those 4 games is tonight, as the Thunder Buddies will face a Sacramento Kings team that is fighting to avoid the play-in. The Kings are a game back of the Pelicans and Suns, who are tied for 6th and have been struggling with Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter missing significant time. The Thunder have also been struggling with their own injury issues, as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams missed multiple games on the road. Shai is expected to return tonight, and Jalen Williams is listed as questionable. Another injury to report: Gordon Hayward will not play tonight because of a lower leg injury. Tip-off is tonight in the 405 at 7 p.m. That is all the time I have for you guys today. Hey, Mark in Georgia, is there a team you'd like to see the Thunder face in the playoffs in the first round?
I'm going to say that I'm going to look forward to the Suns game versus the Thunder. I think I'm going to keep my eye for that one.
That's definitely a good one. Personally, I think I might be pulling for a Pelicans-Thunder game. We'll see about that one. I think they have a really good chance of that. How about you, Ian?
Yeah, the Suns would be an electric matchup just because Kevin Durant's on that team, but I think the Pelicans would probably be an easier matchup for the Thunder just because they're very similar in size.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ian. And he's definitely right. The Thunder are similar in size to the Pelicans, but a KD matchup?
It's always interesting.
That'd be a nice revenge game for the playoffs to start.
Absolutely. Coming up, a musical adaptation of everyone's favorite blonde lawyer is coming to UCO's musical theater.
And Gwyneth Duncan will have your last look at weather. Stay with us.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back. What does the law, the color pink, and UCO have in common? UCO's musical theater will be presenting their production of Legally Blonde from April 25th to 28th in the Mitchell Hall Theater. The musical, based on the film that stars Reese Witherspoon, follows the story of Elle Woods, who attends Harvard Law. Tickets range from $15 to $25, but are free with a valid UCO ID. For more information or to purchase your ticket, visit the College of Fine Arts website. And coming up, we still got a little bit more weather to look at, as it could be pretty bad coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's head over to Gwyneth Duncan for that last look at weather.
Thank you. And just a reminder, tomorrow all day it's going to be rainy. It's going to be icky. It's going to be gross. It's going to be chilly. You're going to want to wear a jacket. Just be prepared for that rain tomorrow, because we're definitely going to be seeing it all day. And that's all I have for you guys for today's show. So back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for that, Gwyneth. And yeah, absolutely. She's hit it right on the head. It's springtime in Oklahoma. It is messy and gross outside.
You're getting the April showers for sure.
But those Mayflowers are definitely coming, so be sure to keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for you guys tonight. But for now, I'm Georgia Jones.
And I'm Mark Lowe. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.